Welcome back to Leagues 3 Shattered Relics. I'm just working on getting some fletching levels here. And we got a production fragment. And it is pro-fletchinal. Shockingly, we got a fletching fragment from fletching. Who could have guessed? Who could have guessed? What do we got here? Increased XP for fletching bows. XP from fletching and stringing bows increased by 30%, 50%, 100%. Part of the Craftsman, which does all fletching at once. We should see if we can get that going. Smelting ores, smithing bars and cannonballs, crafting with leather, glass, uncut gems, pottery, battle staffs, spinning flax and wool, fletching logs, and cutting bolt tips. All at once for full reward. Well, I'm doing fletching right now, so we should absolutely see if we can get that going. And we do. We've got 3 fragments. One. 2. And Grave Robber, unfortunately. And there we have unlocked the Craftsman. So let's see this in action. This could be very juicy. Make me some bows, please. 13,000 XP drop, level 42. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I think this is going to work out nicely. And now we can make longbows. For 17,000 XP. Well, I'm going to get these fletching levels very quickly now. I love these production, where you just do the entire inventory in one go. It's pretty impressive. And basically, in an instance, all the willow logs are gone. Here's a miscellaneous fragment. Experience in Mother's Magic Fossils. Fantastic. No, not you logs. Maple logs, please. Now we just need to make 2 inventories of maple longbows. For another task. Fletch 50 maple longbows U in Kandarin. Very specifically, why we are exactly where we are. Probably just end up selling these to Journal Store. Probably alch these at least. Get some magic experience. I don't know. With all of our rune savings, we can really afford to just basically alch anything. But not right now. Not right now. We got all these logs that we use for fletching in an effort to finish up some woodcutting and fire making tasks. So I'm going to do that. There is a hard task for burning 100 yew logs. It's always a little bit strange what tasks are what level, because getting yew logs and getting 60 fire making, really not that hard. But hey, I'm not going to complain about it. Except for the ones where it's too low level. That's more complainable. But still. There is a task for chopping a magic log over here at the Forsaken Tower. Another hard task, 50 points, 3 renown. And then, with our 25 million farming experience, we can light it for another hard task of burn some magic logs. Pretty simple. We are getting closer to starting Slayer, so I think it would be worthwhile here to get some Slayer equipment. I think we already got the gem. Mirror shield? Sure. I'm gonna hold off on buying the leaf blade for now. Don't quite have a huge amount of money. But one of each of these would be nice. Get a spiny helmet. Don't know if we're gonna need Slayer gloves. Buy them anyway, doesn't matter. We're gonna be getting plenty of money, so I don't think it's gonna be a problem. Okay. Tier 6 unlocks the ability to choose your own Slayer task, so it really doesn't make too much sense to start until then. Also, we're still waiting for more people to be done at the Warriors Guild so we can get our defenders. So in the meantime, I'm just going to go complete the first Slayer task that we got, and that is Hill Giants. Technically, Cyclopses count as Hill Giants for the task, but again, we can't actually fight them because everyone's there. I think the few Cyclops kills that we did get actually did count for our Slayer task, just didn't give any experience. Because we only had 6 left. So that means we did not get the Slayer level that I need here. So we're going to have to go get a new Slayer task. And since we still can't choose our Slayer tasks, I'm going to be smart about this and go get a task from Turiel. He shouldn't be able to give us anything too ridiculous. And it's going to progress us quicker towards getting to be able to actually get Slayer points. Would be kind of silly to go get a random task from Konar at this point, where it could be something horrible and we wouldn't get any Slayer points. Well, instead, we can go get an easy task completed and have to go kill a few rats. I don't think that's going to be enough experience. Alright. This might take a few times. As expected, Slayer experience from rats, even at 12 times, is still basically nothing. Wolves. Okay. We can do better with that. White Wolf Mountain. Here we come. There is enough Slayer XP for us to take this lit bug lantern and wield it for another medium task. And that is the final fire-making task that isn't tons more Wintertide. We will see if we get back to there, but for the time being, I've got other stuff I'd rather do. Here's a skilling fragment from Thieving. And it is the "you're no longer going to get any fragments" fragment. Okay. So that is all the Thieving fragments completed. We can still get miscellaneous fragments, so that's still a possibility. But for the most part, Thieving is done at level 78. But, I mean, it's okay. We're getting the improved pickpocket chance doubled, which is actually quadruple loot. Very good. Keeping all of these minigame specific fragments together is working out, because there is Mother's Magic Fossils level 2. I'm probably going to try to not do any of the things that these upgrade until I get them to level 3. Just because there's really no reason to go do these things way slower than necessary. So just keeping those on and getting experience. Time for some thieving tasks. Starting with this hero here, which we still managed to fail, even though we have improved pickpocketing chance. At least we're not taking any damage, so that's something. Got to level 86 here. And pickpocket hero. Hard task. Also, here's a missed fragment. Barbarian Pest Wars. Nice. We're going to be stealing from a whole bunch of different places for these tasks. It's going to be interesting. 50 pickpockets of an elf is another hard task. We got all these wines, which we don't need because we don't take damage while pickpocketing. Also, miscellaneous fragment for Rogue's Chompy Farm. Fantastic. While we are over here in Prifddinas, there's another task we can get done, which would be very easy. Very good. We just need to come down here to the dock west of town and charter a ship from Prifddinas to Port Tyrus. For 1,600 coins, we receive a hard task completed. The hardness of this task was related solely to the unlocking of Prifddinas. Actually using the charter ships definitely is not difficult. That is another 50 league points, 3 renown. Doing good. And 50 pickpockets of Vyres is another hard task. 50 of these, 50 of those. It's all working out. That took a few more world hops than expected. But there is Steal a Diamond from a Dorshan Khan Rich Chest. We also got a variety of other things that we don't really need. Already have a light orb and a mining helmet. I mean, this is broken. Can we take this light orb? Is this how this works? Okay, there's 12,000 firemaking XP, I guess. This fragment, message in a bottle. This isn't all the loot. We did bank an entire inventory of mostly gems. So, we've been here a little bit longer than I would have liked to be. But still, that is task complete. Rogue's Chompy Farm, level 2. That is fantastic. When we go to Tithe Farm, it is going to be an entire thing. Compounding multipliers just gets it completely out of hand. But I'm doing some thieving first. Back here at Artie Knights, just to get some more levels. There's another fragment maxed out. Molten Miner. Probably go see if I can switch that out for something else. Since we can get some experience in a different fragment. Back down here at Pyramid Plunder to complete a few tasks. There it is, opening the level 81 chest. That is a hard task. And then I saw that other person go through that door. So we can come in here to the level 91 room and search this chest for an elite task. We're also poisoned because I didn't bring the Venomaster fragment. It looks like you still take damage from the urns here, so slightly less fun than just not taking any damage ever from pickpocketing. But it does say improves pickpocketing chance, and these are not pockets, so I really can't complain. Well, that was 2 tasks down here, and a very substantial amount of points. Time for some rune crafting challenges. Easy task. Craft 50 water runes. Oh, I guess trying to locate the water temple when I'm in the water temple doesn't count. Now we're going to locate a rune crafting altar with a talisman. Easy task. Hint. It's right here. Lots of stuff to do here at the fire altar. I'm going to drop one of my pure essence. Use the earth runes on here. And that is craft any combination rune and craft a lava rune at the fire altar. Both medium tasks for a total of 50 points. And then we can just make a fire rune, and that is an easy task. There is a task for using the abyss to get over here to the cosmic altar. And a task for crafting rune with day alt essence. Very cool. And a task for reaching base level 30. Nice. Medium task for crafting 50 cosmic runes. The way we're getting to all these altars right now is through the abyss. We also don't have a very good way of getting to Edgeville. So what we're doing is the Trailblazer Amulet to Ferox Enclave, and then to Soul Wars, and then to Edgeville. It's not the quickest way to do anything, but it works. Once we actually want to train runecrafting at one altar, we'll be using Last Recall. Medium task for crafting quadruple essence, or quadruple runes from an essence. Specifically air runes, because that's the lowest level one you can do that with. Very easy, once you have the level. A medium task for crafting a body rune. There's like a task for making basically every rune. Very variety of things here. And there is a medium task for crafting 200 runes. Seems like all the different kinds of essence work here, since we did most of this with day alt essence, which is nice. No need to just go use a bunch of pure essence instead. Functional. My next rune crafting target requires a quest we haven't completed. So we're going to go into the quest unlocks section here and see if we can't do a little bit of work here. We might have enough to just get everything, but I'm going to start by targeting ones that will actually give me what I need. Lunar Diplomacy completed by completing the Dragon Slayer 2 path, so I'll take it. Also gives us access to the Myths Guild, which is exciting. I'm sure there's plenty of stuff we can do with that. And now we'll grab Fremnik 3 for Fremnik Exiles, Royal Trouble, Fremnik Isles, Mountain Daughter, Throne of Miscellanea. 22 points. And that gives us a task for completing Throne of Miscellanea and a throne and completing Royal Trouble. So that's 50 points right there. And 4 renown returned. Very fun. Any more big ones in here? Making friends with my arm. And I guess we can just get all the other ones. King's Ransom. Unlocked. And we have to wait for the animation each time. Fairy Tale Part 2. We're not quite to the level where we can get that experience easily. I'm not too worried about it. Experience really is not hard to come by. So we'll complete that. And what do we have left? Temple Knights 2. That completed Sea Slug. Could have done that very early on. Didn't. But now that is every single quest unlock finished. So now all we can do is put points into bosses. Alright. So let's take a look at the quest list. We have 236 quest points in total. Quests that haven't been completed is this list. We have such gems as Rat Catchers, Rag and Bone Man, A Night at the Theater, Hand in the Sand we would still want to do. Some of these might still be tasks also, but not all of them. And unfortunately there's no task to go and do all the quests to get the quest point cape. So we may or may not do that eventually. We'll see how things are going. But now that we've unlocked all those quests, there's actually tons and tons of different things we could go do. But I'm just going to keep doing this whole rune crafting business. There is a task. To use the bank on Lunar Isle. Had to come over here to make astral runes. Just going to be running back and forth 2 times. Craft 50 astral runes. And that one is a hard task. And we'll make some more astral runes to get level 44. For nature runes. This is all working out very well. And a medium task for crafting 50 nature runes. We have now gotten to a point where we can't just go and craft the next rune off the experience we got from the previous tasks. So I'm going to go and set up for some actual rune crafting training. Rune crafting with last recall. You craft some runes. You teleport to a bank. This is not the ideal bank, but it's okay for now. And just for simplicity's sake, I'm not going to bother with any pouches. Want the crystal memories, the teleport option, then you fill the rest of the bank. So when you bank, you can store everything, but it keeps that. And then you move down, put your essence probably somewhere better than that. Somewhere easily noticeable. How about like right here? And then crystal memories. Craft the runes. Teleport back to the bank. And repeat. Well, it took a bit, but we finally got a production fragment. It is RuneScape. Hilarious. And that, you get better runes at ZMI. When crafting runes at ZMI, you no longer gain mind runes, body runes at level 2, or elemental runes at level 3. Part of last recall and absolute unit. Okay. Well, that's definitely worth popping in here for this last little bit of ZMI I'm going to be doing. So let's switch that out. RuneScape. We have the fletching, clues, bird nests. By bird nests. So we still have last recall, but now we also have something that helps with rune crafting. Convenient. It is time to return to making specific runes. But first, here's a task to fill a large pouch. Medium task, requiring 50 rune crafting. Sure. This will just help us get more essence to the altars. There is a hard task for crafting 2,500 essence into runes. I expected to get that, since I had used up most of the essence and had around that much in total. There we go. Another task completed. And there is craft 50 death runes for a medium task. And we're going to craft more death runes since we're here. And here is the final rune crafting task, where you just bring essence to an altar and make it. A hard task to craft law runes. Not too shabby. We are basically out of essence too, which makes sense. So I might just go and make this last bit here into law runes. Since we have the... I didn't empty the pouches. Well, we've got the last recall going there, so might as well. A whole bunch of extra law runes. Can't complain about that. Between the actual making of the runes and the 2,000 or so we brought to ZMI, we now have a pretty decent stock of runes. Should make just teleporting around without bothering to put on the rune saving fragment pretty doable. That is pretty much it for rune crafting then. Seems like the fragments in rune crafting fairly rare. I don't know if there's another one, because we only got the one. So I guess I'll come back when we do more rune crafting. We might want to try one essence at a time constantly. Really depends on how the calculations are done. It's more common on larger XP drops, but also you'd have a lot more XP drops to work with. So either way, we have unlocked all the skills, all the quests. So now we can look at doing some bossing. Except our stats are not great. We're also coming up towards tier 6. So I think we'll be very much making that our focus next time. Goodbye.